10 days to the start of the FIFA World Cup, and everything is shaping up nicely. The squad announcement, we have a latest on that when Otto announced it. As we told you yesterday, over the weekend we might hear something, but official information reaching us, and as you can see here on this poster, is that Otto will name the squad on Monday. Yes, it's the deadline day that we'll be naming our official 26-man squad, and thankfully, as we anticipated, Otto will be there to announce the squad and explain to us, the pressmen. Funny thing is that the invitation for this press conference to announce the squad will be strictly by private one. In fact, you'll be called up to see if you can make it, or you will be there for that press conference, and we hope we are invited. So in light of that, drop your questions you would want me to ask Otto in the comments box. We're also going to talk today about a goalkeeping coach of the Ghana Black Stars, Olele Kingston, who answered some questions pertaining to who would be in post for Ghana at the Qatar 2020. Also injury updates on Kamaldeen Sulemana, also an update on Baba Iddrisu, who suffered an injury last night as well. As usual, subscribe if you have not, click on the notification bell to get more updates. Keep the votes coming in for us to be the winners of the Best Sports channel on YouTube and at the YouTube Creator Awards 2022, the second edition. Hopefully we get this going and it will add to our reputation. You enter the Kutka Airport right now, there are sort of holograms of Ghana players being shown there. This is the one with Ghana Black Stars goalkeeper in the person of Jojo Walcott, Andre Ayew, and also Mohamed Salisu also being shown there. The atmosphere is being built up nicely as we prepare for Qatar 2022. It will be interesting on who will be in Ghana's final squad. And talking about Ghana's final squad, officially the squad will be named here in Ghana. Coach Otto is expected to address the press on Monday, 14th of November at the DSTV premises, and they will be at 11 a.m. live on Super Sport as well as GFA. They will be also bringing us updates on their various channels. Otto will himself be there according to the report, and the GFA has an agreement with DSTV Ghana to make the announcements, which will be carried live on Super Sport. Now, according to Fento, he's been told per communication from Super Sports and the GFA, Otto will be there himself to address the invited pressmen. Hopefully we are invited so that we can put some of your questions to Coach Otto himself. Thankfully, he'll be able to answer some few nuggets of questions that we'll have for them. We'll see how that one goes, and we'll see if we will like what he has to say, and it will imbibe some confidence in some fans who have lost sort of some hope in the national team owing to some of the news that has popped up. Know that every rumor you heard this week and everything you heard could change at the call-up on Monday. Yes. And if it does change, I'll be more than excited, and I'll think that it is because of our outcry and our opposition to some of the news we heard about players being dropped. Because mind you, they were informed that they were not going. If things change, it will be because of our outcry, and because of the backlash. If they do change it, it means that they were not justified, meeting them in the first place. We'll see what happens on Monday. It'll be quite interesting. Injury news on Ghanaian Black Stars player Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kamaldeen Sulemana had suffered an injury, but it is a boost now as he has returned to training with his club side. The Black Stars winger has returned to training at Stade Rennes and will be available for their Ligue 1 clash against Toulouse. Now, the 21-year-old has been out since picking a knock during training last week, but he has fully recovered and will be in Bruno Genesio's team for Saturday's clash. His comeback is a massive boost for the Black Stars, who are preparing for the World Cup. The France-based forward is a key member of Otto's team and is expected to make the final 26-man squad for the tournament in Qatar. He was part of Ghana's team at the African Cup of Nations in Cameroon early this year. Kamaldeen has been troubled with niggling injuries. However, he remains one of Ghana's most creative players, if played in the right position, mind you. Ahead of the tournament, the Black Stars have been put in Group H. That's a great news there. Now, another worrying one. Baba limped off last night. He felt something and he limped off. Well, the coach has given an update on it. The midfielder revealed that to the Mexican that he did not suffer a big tear as had been suspected, but he will see a doctor to determine the extent of the injury. The Real Mallorca coach Javier Aguirre revealed Baba has a muscle issue after he limped out of Wednesday's match over Atletico Madrid. It was at halftime he was limping off. Baba has a muscle issue, he said. I asked him because he didn't enter the locker room very long, and I asked him if he felt the tear was very big, but he told me no, we have to wait for the evaluation and see what the doctor says, because it is rare for Baba to get bored. We must have something because the boy is very brave, Aguirre said after the game. The injury comes at a crucial time as the Black Stars are looking to have him fit for their squad for the World Cup. The Mallorca defender has been a mainstay in Otto's team, featuring in both friendlies versus Brazil and Nicaragua. The extent of the injury is unknown, but Otto is obliged to name his squad by Sunday, November 13th. Ghana face Switzerland in a friendly just 7 days from today before the World Cup begins versus Portugal on the 24th of November. It will be interesting to see how soon Baba will be back in action. Also, yes, last night Tariq Lamptey was on target for his club side, and Danny Welbeck carried him like he was carrying a jersey in the air. It was kind of an interesting scene to see Tariq Lamptey find the back of the net. He played, I think, as a left back in that game, and he was quite influential versus Arsenal, beating them 3-1. And with that result, the only London side that is left in the EFL Cup is Charlton Athletic, and goalkeeper Jojo Alcott was responsible for them not being knocked out with that impressive penalty save that got them to the next round of the EFL Cup. Jojo Alcott's heroics keeping Charlton Athletic the only London-based side in the EFL Cup right now. The likes of Chelsea, Arsenal and co have all been knocked out, and his club is still in there. We'll have a listen to Richard Olele Kingston, who talked about which goalkeeper would be imposed for the Ghana Black Stars ahead of Qatar 2020. He sat down and had an interview with Angel TV. Let's have a listen to him.
We come already, so we never that. Until one of me to see number one, because media, Majima say, me prepare omuye equally, so that we have any chance we could damu biano on that. Na yeden, yeah. Until me bomb pie say, Emma obin pra ana bibi aye obisi. So munina enye ready because ready na yedi few nebeko. And it's a one chance na enunchire say. But you have to wait for your time and work hard.
Yes. Because it's very difficult. Ghana for the one I say, who they were friend. When they were in your platform, let us something.
He's a good goalkeeper. Yeah. So Odago ni yana ondani sir Odaye is a good goalkeeper. I say yeah motivating instead of yeah yes say motivating because we should time order under 20 ni nyina no potential nti sometimes if you want to criticize somebody, I say unya fact now odi no so eden odi so ba oya quarantine they say me can say yen support enyo nu nko a obia ti say me kan yen no obi obenya chance wo mu yen support sa nipa no.
He's not giving anything away. Smart responses to that. His job is to train them and make sure that whoever the coach calls up would be adequately ready for the position they will be giving. He also talked about Atizigi and says instead of bringing him down, we should motivate him as well and see how far he can do for us if he is in the final 26, that is. So that has been it for today. Also, the news on Sadio Mane missing the World Cup. Well, Bayern released a statement, and he is not going to miss it. They believe he will recover in time ahead of the World Cup for Senegal. So the news making the rounds yesterday that he might be out, squashed there from that Bayern statement. So that has been it for today, talking about Kamaldeen Sulemana injury update, Papa Iddrisu injury update, what Richard Olele Kingston said about the keeper that will be in post. Otto said to name the squad on the 14th of November. We'll see what happens on that front. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend.